I get that question all the time. And the answer is very simple. Do you have to be talented? No! You don't have to be talented. Do you need good looks? No. Have you seen Bono? Do you need to know even how to play an instrument? Not at all. Haven't you watched MTV lately? No, of course not. All you have to do is sign on the dotted line and get rid of that useless soul and rock and roll heaven. I mean, rock and roll hell.
That caused havoc in the studio and even tried to kill Ronnie James Dio's wife, Wendy. Many years later, Ronnie revealed that he was always a practitioner of white magic, and he wasn't interested in black magic, which is very dangerous. So yes, snow magic was actually very popular among rock stars in the 70s. But Dio himself claimed he never took any drugs, though. According to Ritchie Blackmore, while Long Live Rock and Roll was being recorded at the Chateau in France, which is a 17th century castle about 20 miles outside of Paris, converted into a recording studio. The sessions were supposedly haunted by a malevolent spirit. Blackmore, long interested in psychic phenomena, claimed that the servant of the 5,000-year-old Babylonian demon Baal, the first lord of hell, plagued them with unplugged mics, tape machines that turned off and on. Practice black magic, Ritchie replied, "I'm not into black magic. I'm an observer of it, and I'm very interested in psychic phenomena. I do a lot of seances and communicating with the other side, but I really like to find out from other people all their experiences about things like ghosts and spirits. But I'm not into offering up slaughtered lambs and all that nonsense, and I'm certainly not into Aleister Crowley." Now, Aleister Crowley is actually the one Ozzy Osbourne sings about in his song Mr. Crowley. According to Ozzy, when he was young, he was very interested in Aleister Crowley. He read some books about him, and Ozzy said that Aleister Crowley was a weird guy, and Ozzy always wanted to write a song about him.
I can take you anywhere, spend a vision with me, a chase with the wind, move closer to me. I can make you anyone. I think you're ready to see the gates of Babylon. The power of what has been before rises to trap you within. A magic coming round the teeny baby ball, sitting up heavenly scene. Sleep with the devil and then you must pray. Sleep with the devil will take you away.
Cultist, ceremonial magician, poet, painter, novelist, and mountaineer. Crowley advocated complete sexual freedom for both men and women. In 1898, he became involved in occultism and joined the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. A year later, he left the Golden Dawn and went to find his own esoteric order. Crowley reported having mystical experiences during a visit to Egypt in 1904 and wrote the Book of Law, which he claimed a spirit had dictated to him. One of the basic precepts of the book is, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole law." And "Do what thou wilt" is also written on the inside, I believe, Led Zeppelin 3 on the inside of the album, because Jimmy Page was very interested in it as well. So, but anyway, Crowley made it the basis of a new religion, the Lema. Another precept is repression is the only sin. Crowley was actually a very controversial figure. Jimmy Page heard that one of Aleister Crowley's former residences was up for sale. That was the cottage estate in Scotland on the shores of Loch Ness called Boleskine. Jimmy actually bought it in 1970. He believed it would be a great place to write songs for his band Led Zeppelin. By that time, Jimmy Page had already accumulated quite a large collection of Crowley stuff over the years, including his books, his artwork and paintings, his ceremonial robes, and magical implements. The story goes that after Jimmy Page bought Boleskine, he asked his bandmates to join him in a magic ritual based on Crowley's writings to help the band get huge success. All of them participated in the spell except for John Paul Jones, who decided to stay away from all that weird stuff. After the spell was committed, Led Zeppelin released their third studio album on October 5th, 1970, and two of Aleister Crowley's quotes appeared on the Run Out Groove on each side of the vinyl record. Do As Thou Wilt on one side, and So Mote It Be on the other. I personally have the album and have seen that written.